friends, welcome back to the Common Sense Grandma. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. Thank you for joining me today. Now, we are going to make something called ginger chicken long rice soup. It's more of a Hawaiian recipe, and as many of you know, my husband is from the Philippines. I don't think this is really a Filipino dish. His parents never made it. Actually, they didn't eat chicken. My mother-in-law was vegetarian and my father-in-law was not, but he didn't eat chicken. It was kind of funny. He just didn't like it. And I get it. Not all of us are super crazy about it, but you know, when you're sick, you want like a chicken noodle soup. And what I like about this one, it has a lot of garlic and chicken. And we just boil it, and then we're going to add some vegetables and some cellophane noodles, long rice noodles, whatever you happen to be, you know, to have on hand or get. But so we're going to start with chicken. I have here about 5 pounds of chicken. I'm using drumsticks and bone-in chicken thighs. I did take the meat, or not the meat, the skin off the chicken thighs. So we're going to cook this up with a couple quarts of chicken broth. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of soy sauce, not a lot. Honestly, with this recipe, I have never went with the recipe. We have some family members that cooked this at their house one time when we were there, and I thought, oh, that looks so good. And so I kind of recreated it. I did find some recipes online today just so to make sure how I'm making it is the Hawaiian way, and it's very similar what I'm doing. So we have the chicken broth. I'm adding ginger paste. Of course, you can chop up your ginger, which I don't know how much I just put in. I'm going to say a couple of tablespoons. We'll see. Probably a couple tablespoons. If I don't have ginger paste, I used minced ginger also, but at the end when we go to eat it, we top it with minced ginger, cilantro, and green onions. I really love that about this recipe, is you're eating the fresh ginger at the end. So we're just going to add a few tablespoons of soy sauce, not a lot. I don't even know if that was 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add some garlic here from the jar just to make it easy. I'm adding this much. That's probably 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add a little bit more. And this recipe I see calls for sugar. I've never put sugar in it, so I'm not going to. But at the end, once it's all cooked, we add our cellophane noodles, these here. And what I do with this, when I bring you back, I put it in a big bowl with boiling water and let that sit for a couple minutes, drain it, and then I use scissors to chop it up a little bit, and then I put it in here. My husband still eats it on rice. I don't. But for the vegetables, once this starts cooking about 20 minutes, this is to chayote squash. Now, my favorite way is to use green papaya. If you're at an Asian store and you can get green papaya, that is the best. That's my favorite way of making this, but I didn't have time to go out to the Asian store, and you really never know if they're going to have it. So for the vegetables today, we've got the chayote squash. I've got some broccoli here. And I pulled out a bag of frozen spinach from the freezer that I had stuck in there. That will go in later. So right now I'm going to cook this for 20 minutes and then I will see you again soon. Hi friends, we are back. It actually took a lot longer to cook. The soup did. I apologize, my dishwasher was making a lot of noise, so I just opened it and it's still trying to talk to me. But what we're going to do now is add our noodles. Now, normally I would just drain them in the sink in a colander, but I have something covering my sink here to put the camera on. So, okay, stop. I'm going to just do it this way. And what I did, the noodles here, I had put the boiling water and I let them soak for 3 or 4 minutes, and I just go in and cut them like this. So it makes it a lot easier when you're eating if the noodles are cut. Okay, I hit cancel. All right, so we're just going to do it this way. Should be fine. And I will put in the notes below the adjustments that I made. I ended up adding another good tablespoon of the ginger paste and a heaping tablespoon of the fresh chopped ginger. I also added 1.5 teaspoons of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Now maybe I had to add more salt because I used home canned chicken broth and I don't put a lot of salt. I don't make it real salty. So that's probably why I had to add, you know, more salt. But let me move this out of the way. So I can show you. Just need to get these noodles in here. And this is one of those recipe, friends, where you can make it however you want. Use what vegetables you want, how much broth you want. I like things brothy. That's like when we go have pho, that my favorite part is just the broth, and I get the vegetarian one. But I always like the broth and soup. That's my thing. I don't care so much about the chicken or the vegetables. I want the broth along with the ginger, cilantro, and green onions, chives, whatever you have. So this is really it. It looks beautiful. And let me go ahead and dish a bowl up for you so you can see what it looks like. I want a chicken thigh. I am not putting rice in the bottom of my bowl. That's how my husband eats it, but I want the broth, more broth in mine. So, and we've got a child here who is been running a temp all day, and they're looking forward to having this. Oops, spilling. This looks so good. It's just perfect on a cold day. It's not that cold here right now. We get cold again next week. See, I'm taking mostly broth because that's what I like. Hot. But I will put in the notes below what exactly I did. So I have my bowl here, but I'm going to add cilantro, green onions, and lots of ginger. So here is my bowl. I hope you can see that. It's so delicious. I can't wait to have this. So I will give you different options in the notes below of different ways of making this, but you know, it's funny because I've never used a recipe with this before. I just kind of keep adding stuff until it's to where I want it to be. I'm more of an intuitive cook. Probably not why I'm the best baker, because I don't like following the rules. I like to do things the way I like. But anyway, here we go. And I will see you all again soon. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. By the way, I just hit a little over 100 subscribers, and I appreciate that so much. I appreciate all of you. I like spending time with you. It's kind of fun to talk to you, and hopefully one of these days we can meet, some of us, and I think that would be great. And so until I see you again, thank you for joining me. My name is Michelle, and I am the Common Sense Grandma. Bye, friends.